Hi, my name is John Tennant. I'm a local realtor in the Triangle area, and today I'm going to go over 7 cool things to do in Durham. Most of them are family friendly, date friendly. Most of them are outside, so I might do like a part series where I talk a little bit more in depth about other things you can do, maybe an indoor series. But I wanted to highlight 7 of my favorite things to do in Durham just on a day that you have off, or if you're coming to visit for the first time and you want to get a feel for the city. I'm going to start off with Duke Gardens, the #1 thing. Duke Gardens it's free. It's actually part of the Duke campus, and it's 55 acres of gardens, open area. There's a koi pond, a coffee shop, an amphitheater. And obviously in different seasons, you're gonna kind of get a different experience. So in the spring, when the cherry blossoms are out, it's a totally different vibe. There's tons of people out there. In the fall and in the winter, it's a little bit more quiet, but you get to see different sections of the gardens are actually different parts of the world. So that's really neat. And you can bring a blanket and have a picnic, or you can take a walk. There's about 5 miles of walking trails. So it's a huge area, really cool. The second thing on my list is, of course, Durham Bulls game. Their season is April through September. They have a really nice outdoor stadium, and it's close to the downtown area. So before or after, you can grab dinner, you can grab some drinks afterwards. Definitely a family-friendly event. The Durham Bulls are usually pretty decent, and just a lot of fun to go see. And at every single home game, after the game, they shoot off fireworks, so make sure you stay after the game to see that. So definitely a really fun time. Every time I've been, I've had a blast. Bring your family, bring your friends. Third thing on my list, which is right next to the Bulls Stadium, is a show at DPAC. So they have an array of different performers, from comedians to musicians, live bands, but they're mostly known for their live performances, live theatrical performances. I mean, they're just as good as like Broadway performances, and a lot of times the same people that perform at these giant theaters, they'll come to DPAC to do shows too. So check their calendar and see what's going on whenever you're in town. You won't regret it. Fourth thing on my list is grabbing a cocktail downtown. You can start in Cochran Street and make your way around. There's a ton of different cool places. The Durham Hotel has a really neat rooftop bar, and then next to that there's a underground like speakeasy kind of vibe called Kingfisher. There's another rooftop bar with like live music called Velvet Hippo, and another one next to that called the Counting House. So there's a ton of different options depending on the vibe you're looking for. Really cool, like to just walk around at night in the downtown area and check out all the different spots. One of the cool things about the different bars and the restaurants in the downtown area is they all have their own vibe. A lot of them are in like older buildings that have been repurposed. You know, around the downtown area used to be a tobacco campus where they would make and package tobacco, and that's all been repurposed into office buildings, restaurants, and all sorts of stuff. So there's a lot of history when you're walking around there too. So it's cool to just kind of check out different places, and you don't even really need to have an agenda. You can just walk around and walk into different restaurants and bars, and it's a great experience. Fifth on my list is, of course, a Duke football or basketball game. The basketball games are definitely an experience. They're iconic. You know, the stadium is really, really small. It looks a lot bigger on TV, but it almost feels like a larger high school gymnasium in there. So even if you're in the nosebleeds in the very back, you're still not very far from the court. So seeing Duke basketball game is definitely a really cool experience. Put it on your bucket list. And then a football game, obviously, you know, it's something cool to do outside, tailgate before. You know, and the campus is very old. It's got a lot of history, and you'll always see people walking or running around the campus and stuff. So you can even just walk around the campus and check out all the buildings and whatnot. If you like the outdoors, #6 on my list is Eno River State Park. There are tons and tons of walking trails. I don't even know how many miles of walking trails there are, but there's bike trails, walking trails. I'm pretty sure there's even horse trails. They might even have camping. There's definitely places you can go just hang out and have a picnic. There's places to swim, but all of it is reserved state park. So You're gonna get all of the wildlife and all of the natural trees and whatnot that you would see in North Carolina. It's a little bit hilly, so definitely wear shoes that are appropriate, but you'll get a really good hike and nice views while you're there. And then the last thing is a really cool date spot called Zinc House Winery and Brewery. It's relatively new and it's almost like its own little mini city. So you go off of 98 and park your car and walk into the brewery and the winery, and there's, on Fridays and Saturdays, they'll have rows of food trucks and then open fields overlooking this beautiful lake where you can hang out, picnic, whatever. There's places to sit. There's also like auditoriums where they have live music, and then there's like a 3-story tall winery and brewery. Really cool spot to hang out with friends, bring your family. And they do, you know, nighttime events, daytime events. It's also a wedding venue, so really cool spot. And so that concludes my list for this video. So stay tuned. I'm gonna come up with another list of things to do, maybe a little more specific, maybe some themes and stuff. So that would be it for this one. Thank you for staying till the end, and we'll see you in the next one.